Hello guys, NautoAce here, and this is actually part 2 of English dub versus Japanese company or localization company. So in this part actually it's a bit more positive than the previous one. So before I even explain what this part is, first I want to just let people know that this video was recorded on December 2017. Yeah, so that's way back, like 6 months ago. The reason is, again, it was a time issue. Didn't really have time for a while. Have to basically make notes, edit, put some graphics to some extent to make it easy to understand. Kind of like what I did in part 1. And like I said, this was actually 60 minutes, so I cut it in 2 parts. So that's why this like the second half. If I put all 60 minutes, all one of them, like, are you really going to listen to it? I mean, that's a different story, but yeah, so that's the reason why I always try to design as to just listen, not to watch it, because you rather do something more fun than listening to some guy ramble about the English dub. So again, in this part, mostly positive, because I'm talking about the bigger company, quote unquote the gold third, if you know your Neptunia reference. If not, it's basically the biggest companies such as Square-Enix, Konami, Capcom, Nintendo, and Sony, which most of them in common do English all of their game. Like literally, they dub all of their game. So you might say, how come you didn't mention Microsoft? Because Microsoft is an American company. So again, it's like saying Activision's not dubbing their game, or IDOS, or Midway, Warner Brothers game, EA game. If I say, oh, they don't put dub, it really just doesn't make sense. I mean, just, let's just listen to what I'm saying. EA games not having dub on their games. It just doesn't make sense. So, that's the reason there. So, mostly it is just positive. So, the gist of it is, if you don't want to listen to it, they do most of their games. So, props there. And in the latter part of this, part 2, is basically my theories and opinion of why people argue about this, which is, in my opinion, it's really pointless, but there are some cause and effect, and I do explain to that one there. And lastly is I just want to make a not really correction, but an update, because like I said, the original video was recorded like in December 2017, so there are something that basically came out to this that I mentioned it before. One is Square-Enix with Secret of Mana. And I did say that I hope the game is English dub. Of course, that game came out in February of 2018. And yes, the game have dual language. And the best part for this game, or maybe not, is that besides having dual language, which is always a good thing, each NPC have voices. Believe it or not, you talk to an NPC, there's voices there. Why? I'm just going to assume compensation for the mobile type graphics. I mean, I gotta give my already opinion, my impression of Secret of Mana remake, but that's probably the compensation, because the game, there's a reason why it's $40. The game doesn't look like a PS4 game, but again, looks like more mobile, looks like something from the Adventure Mana, which probably use the same data, graphics, and model character to some extent, environment. So again, but just kind of giving up why that's Uber has full Uber English dub. And another one is, of course, Fire Emblem Shadow Valencia. Fire Emblem Echo Shadow Valencia, it's a long title. It's another one that has a full Uber dub. Alright, so there you go, Secret of Mana. I did mention it, but at the time I didn't know it was going to be full English dub or not. So I'm saying it now that it is. So with that, I'm going to play part 2 of this video. So enjoy. So the best part here now is the company I'm going to mention that they do support full dub. Yes, they're big. Yes, you can say they're the gold third of the company. Okay, that's a Neptunia Mega Dimension reference there. If you know, the gold third are characters that's based on bigger company. Capcom, Konami, Square-Enix. Well, Namco Bandai, but of course I already talked about Namco Bandai. Alright, so starting with Square-Enix, no matter what, in their console game, they dub their game. End of story. Props to them. Dragon Quest, Heroes, dub game. Dragon Quest 8, they had a dub. I gotta try the one on the 3DS. I got too many game, but they do dub their game. Final Fantasy, they dub their game. Whatever the game they put in, they dub the game. Secret of Mana remake, dub their game. I cannot wait for that one. Hey, I got no problem with Square-Enix. Capcom, same thing. All of a sudden they have a rule now. They always gonna dub their game. Yes, granted, it's in Kako Basara. The reason that never came out was a poor sale, and people suggest to not have a dub. Market Jerks, Christian Vance said, yeah, if we do that, then it's gonna have poor sale. Props to him. So yes, they do dub the game, but yes, the downside is it has to sell. So Street Fighter 5, dub the game, awesome. Street Fighter Cross Tekken, dub the game, awesome. Phoenix Wright, they dub their game, awesome. Any Capcom game they do, they dub it, awesome. So again, I got no problem with it. They're awesome. Konami, well, the games I have, they do dub their game. But then, of course, lately, they're not really making a lot of games, so I really can't say much. But yeah, they do dub their game. Metal Gear Revengeance, they dubbed it. What else? Oh my gosh, I can't even remember a lot of Konami games. That's kind of sad. Yeah, I mean, they do dub their games, so again, it's only Namco Bandai, it's a case by case basis, screw you. But the other three, yeah, they do dub their games, so they're awesome. Sony, they do dub their games, the Japanese game. Mostly. I don't know the story behind Freedom Fighter for the Vita and Gravity Rush. But of course, Gravity Rush doesn't also speak Japanese. It's French for strange reason. And then PlayStation Battle Royale kind of have their own language. Kind of dumb in my opinion. But the game wasn't really, the game's not really that fun to begin with. I'm sorry to say. I'd rather play Smash better. But yeah, but they do believe when the game should be dubbed. I guess there was only a certain situation when they didn't. But of course, what other Japanese game they do? I mean, Legend of Dragoon. Yeah, they do dub that one. Wild Arms 1, oh wait, that's PS1, so there's no really voice in that one. But they do dub games, so yeah. Oh, Knack, English dub. Oh yeah, the Aiko game did not have a dub, but yeah, but they do dub games per se. But again, it's the game is from multiple countries: Japan, America, and Europe. So. But to some extent, they do dub their Japanese game, mostly. So I don't know what the deal is. Maybe there'll be something new, whatever. Alright, so moving on from that one is Nintendo. Nintendo and other products I gotta give them, they do dub their games, no matter what. I love it, they dub their games. I know, granted, they remove sub. Again, I'm gonna be double standard here and be a jackass, I know. Sorry. I really can't care, but they dub the games. The Fire Emblem game, they dub it. Fire Emblem Warrior, dub, awesome. Xenoblade Chronicles, I don't give a shit what people said about the dub. At least I can understand what they're saying. Props. Xenoblade Chronicles for the 3DS, dub, awesome. The Legend of Zelda, Breath of the Wild, dub. Again, I don't give a shit what you say about it was so bad dub. As long as I understand, hey, that's it. Again, I know, excuse the language, but my neck is like twitching right now. So if you're watching me, but you got the idea. But also prop to Nintendo for providing a download for free Japanese sub. Don't give a shit. But again, as long as if it's there, hey, it's fine. So. And my favorite Fire Emblem game, Fire Emblem Echoes, the Shadow of Valencia. Oh my gosh, dude, this game. If you have a 3DS, you gotta get this game. If it goes $30, I would highly recommend it. It's a fun game, even for the casual. But the bottom line is, that game has what you call a full dub. The game had a full dub. Oh my gosh. From the NPC, from side stories, some skit. Oh my gosh, dude, I love this game. It had a full dub. Oh my gosh. And people say, oh, where's the download for the sub? Again, I don't care. But yeah, if you want a full dub game, this game has full dub. Oh man, dude. Hopefully, if I remember for the Switch, you're gonna have a full dub. That's gonna be awesome because that's what I like about Nintendo. They do dub their games. Xenoblade Chronicle X, they dubbed it. Xenoblade Chronicle 2, they dub it. You know what? I'm going with the side story. You know what? Oh man, they sound different. You know what? Whatever. Your opinion. I love it. I love dubs. Dubs are awesome. So, nothing bad to say about Nintendo. I mean, yeah, if the game requires voice, they'll dub it. Even The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. I can't think of others now. But, anyway, but there is one game that disappointed me, which is Tokyo Mirage FE. Again, Nintendo did want to dub the game, believe it or not. It was Atlas that said, we would, but we have to push the game back. It was a time thing. It wasn't a money thing, because Nintendo have a lot of money, even with the ports of the Wii U. So, but this is what I'm going to say. Nintendo, you know, hopefully Nintendo, I'm going to actually double dip in this game. I'm going to double dip in this game. And that is, if they're going to remaster, port Tokyo Mirage FE for the Switch, I will buy it for $60. And it's coming into my mouth, but in only one condition. If they're gonna remaster this game, or remastered, make it 60 frames if it's possible, you better put English dub this time. Better put English dub on this one. I mean, the game's already out there. Let someone, you know, outsource it to someone, add in English dub, and I will buy this game at full price, $60. No bullshitting. No bullshitting. Excuse the language. Yes, I will buy this game at full price, unless if I have a coupon. But even if I don't, I will buy this game at launch. If they release this game, if they release a game for the Switch and they have English dub, I will get it. Alright, before I continue about the situation of why dub versus sub is sort of a problem and doesn't affect the other side about the dub or sub or vice versa, is I want to basically also mention a new company that's also the same situation, such as P-Cubed and Axie Games, and that is Nicalus. So they're I'm gonna guess they're sort of brand new, because I really never heard of them until they published Code of Princess EX, which is the Switch version. I did start playing it. I bought the game. I had an Amazon Prime, so it was $31.99. And unfortunately for that one, I just found out by playing the game the lack of English dub. Went to the internet, searched for it, and a lot of people were disappointed. So I'm not the only one, thank goodness. And apparently, because I've been so long, and I had this Code of Princess also in the 3DS. Believe it or not, I bought it for $15. It was on sale. But then I stopped because I had too many games. That one has dub, and it was because it was basically published by Atlas. And then there was a a Steam version, but it was published by another company by the name of the Gika. They're published for the Steam version, and it's supposed to be a high-res version of the 3DS, but it plays as the 3DS version, and that one does not have a dub, and the reviews are mixed for that one, and I didn't know about it. And if you don't know who the Giga is, they don't do physical releases because they're a small indie company to some extent, per se. They published the Koei Musou game, which is Dynasty Warrior but all female. There's a new version in Steam and also now in the PS4 for $20 if you're a fan of that. That one didn't have a dub. Another one is they did this shooter, supposed to be a retro shooter, I forget the name. It's been on Steam for a long time, but for strange reason now it's on the PS4. Thumbs up if you like that. So again, the Giga, they don't dub games, but again, I barely heard about them, so but you know you can understand where they're from. Nicalus, I guess it's the same thing. Like I said, they're probably in the same situation such as P Cube and Axie Games to some extent. And that is, they're probably a small company, and they're not gonna dub game because Blade Stranger will not have a dub, and there's another one, their Crystal Puzzle game. I don't know what the full title is. That one doesn't have a dub also. And also, just want to point out this company, unfortunately, depending on your perspective, for strange reason, they just support more the Switch than the PS4. And you're saying, is that really a big deal? Well, I always say equality is always a good thing, but it kind of tells me right now that a lot of this company, they want to favor Nintendo over Sony. And again, when you think, hey, are you a Sony fanboy? Why are you saying like that? I mean, it's good that Nintendo's making a comeback. Like, believe me, I have Nintendo games. I buy Nintendo games. I'm a Nintendo fan, an Uber fan. I'm also support of Sony. But if you look at the current situation right now, who's in the lead in the gaming competition? Sony, PlayStation 4. Whether you like it or not, they're in the lead. Most people have PS4 when the first PS4 came out, the install base. The Switch, yes, it is growing, but to some extent, they're trying to break that stigmata of you buy Nintendo console to play Nintendo games, because the good thing about the Switch is they are getting third-party games. They're also getting third-party exclusive games to some extent. That's fine. My basically opinion is third-party content exclusive, first-party exclusive game. That's what I'm gonna say there. I know I'm like going off and ranting here because it's unfortunately, it's kind of irks me a bit, but it's not a big deal. Like I said, Nicalus, they're not that big, so dubbing games for them is probably out of the picture. However, like I said, Code of Princess for the 3DS was dubbed by Atlas. So the question also probably, and I know this is like going way off of who's dubbing or not, I know, bear with me, but it is kind of related to it, is that a lot of people said, and I kind of agree, if Code of Princess for the 3DS has the Atlas dub, why can't you just use that one and put it in the Switch version? Heck, even the Steam version. I mean, maybe one that is a possibility is that it's probably not going to sound good. It sound like a radio, or because I don't know what the file to use. If it's MP3, then it should be fine, but I don't know what the sound file is. Maybe it's weak. It probably doesn't sound right. And then people are going to say now, oh my gosh, the English dub is so horrible. Why is the quality bad versus the Japanese, which I'm going to assume, that they probably revoiced a lot of the characters in Japan. That's why. Or maybe not. Again, I'm not really sure. The second reason also, I'm guessing, is if you use the Atlas dub, then you have to pay Atlas. And maybe Atlas is douchey about it, or maybe even Sega. Sega might say, well, pay us a lot of money and then we'll let you use it, And why Sega? Because they bought Atlas. So that's probably my two theory of why they probably rather not use it. But again, unfortunately, I played the game, so that was on me. Kind of sucky. The game looks good, but I really hope Nicalus, there's an Atlas dub there, make some sort of deal with them. I'm willing to pay, I don't know, maybe $15 to $20 for an paid English dub. Remember, I keep saying this in my other videos. I'm willing to do a paid English dub, $20, heck, $30 if you need to. But as of right now, I really want to support this Code of Princess EX game. But as of right now, man, it's like. And again, why Code of Princess? Because there's already been a dub. For Blade Stranger, they did not have a dub. I mean, that's first came out, so we can't do anything about that. I mean, nobody can do anything about it. And like I said, Nicalus, to some extent, they probably are not in the business of dubbing games. Again, I'm repeating myself, apologies, but I just have to remind again, P-Cube, so that's the same thing. Axie Games, now, since they don't have Blaze Blue or Guilty Gear, they probably are not going to dub games anymore. Again, small company versus big company. So yeah, I mean it's kind of like disappointing, well, Nicalus is not part of the Gold Third. Wonk wonk, if you know what I mean. But yeah, kind of a bit disappointing. But again, yeah. So I just want to put in there that Nicalus also is a company. They're, I think, a publisher localization or maybe publisher. Yeah, they don't do dub. Yeah, kind of fortunate. All right, so those are some of the companies that are awesome. And then of course, lastly, Tecmo Koei. Yeah, of course, at the beginning I talk about Gus. Yeah, piss off. But trying to support you guys, but piss off. So why did I mention this last Tecmo Koei? Because this is one of the games that I really were disappointed. I supported them so much to feel like, well, they left me behind. I should say that. And I know any company, they don't owe you anything, but I mean, I try to support you guys, but hey, like I was talking to my friend about it, like, and they were saying that what the best thing about for Tecmo Koei should do is let Nintendo buy them. I'm not kidding. Let Nintendo buy Tecmo Koei. Make Ninja Gaiden exclusive for the Switch. Make Dead or Alive exclusive to the Switch. Make Moose Out game exclusive to the Switch. Hey, you're already doing Moose Out game for Nintendo, so yeah, be exclusive to Nintendo. Maybe at least there Nintendo can provide a dub on those Moose Out games. I mean, I would prefer PlayStation 4, but you know what? Nintendo, a lot of people love Nintendo. I grew up with Nintendo. That's my biggest wish. One of my biggest wish is to Nintendo to buy Tecmo Koei, and sadly to say Gus to some extent, or get rid of Gus and let Sony buy them, or who knows, but let Nintendo buy Tecmo Koei. There you go. Not only you got your Nintendo game, you got your Moose Out game, and it's in the English dub. Okay, and maybe hopefully the Switch has an achievement, but it's a different story. But there, I mean, right now Tecmo Koei, they're in my shit list basically. Okay, maybe not a shit list, but they're in the bottom of my list that I really don't support them that much. Unless their game's $20, I don't really support them that much. So there you go. So honorable mention, I just bought Raiden 5 Director's Cut, published by UFO. That one actually had dub, surprisingly. Yeah, for Raiden game, there's voice for Raiden 5. Excuse me. Interesting, but hey, there's English dub. Earth Defense Force, again, shoot alien. Dub. Who did publish this one? Let me just check. I got a game. I got the latest one for the PS4. Fine mindless game. Oh, never mind. This one's by Xseed. Alright, so Xseed. But anyway, UFO published. They published Raiden 5, and that one has dub, which is interesting. I mean, really, you really need voices for Raiden 5. Alright. So there you go. So those are the company what I think about cool or not with the English dub in their Japanese game. So mostly Nintendo, Sony, Konami, Capcom, and Square-Enix are the best ones. Bottom list, Tecmo Koei. What else can I say? Okay, so here's another argument. One of the argument. Why can't they do dual language? I mean, that should be a good in the industry standard. You please both sides of the consumer. Well, then you're not going to be pleasing your investors, your stockholders in the business, because if they're putting more money and they're not getting anything back, that's the reason why. A lot of time they either put one or the other, right? And so always the assumption is people prefer more sub to dub because for who knows what. Oh, English dub is it's screw-nailing your. It hurts my ear. I should say that. Excuse me. I can't really talk right now. I've been talking for 50 minutes here. So, like even Anthony, I like the guy. God bless him. I was watching one of the Let Try Play with Octopath. The guy just talked within 5 seconds. Oh, the English is bad. Okay, I don't know what's the definition of good English, but you know what? I don't give a shit about it. As long as I understand what I'm playing, that's all I care. But whatever. So yeah, that's why it's sometimes dual language. Good for the consumer, but it's bad for the business. Well, why not do a paid English DLC? I keep saying that, a lot of people saying it. If you also notice when I do comment, whether it's Twitter, Facebook, or YouTube, I always do this. It's a joke, but I'm a little bit serious. paid dub, paid English dub DLC for $29.99, $34.99, $59.99, $109.99. Okay, that's too much, but why with the high price? Because English dub is expensive. I can understand that. So a lot of things that people say is, well, we want to support you guys. I'm willing to pay more. Not all of them, but I'm willing to pay more. Why not provide a paid English? Nobody's saying free. They're saying paid. That's the key word, paid. So why not? And of course, my theory there is, well, I have to go here again. I don't want to go here, but the Chris Pranger conspiracy. If I remembered, put a link about Chris Pranger, and this is a story of basically the gist of it is. This is also related to Xenoblade Chronicles for the Wii. We don't you want money? We're willing you to pay money, $60. Why can't you localize Xenoblade Chronicles? And Chris Pranger said, yeah, we know we want money, but really, who does really that you really want Xenoblade Chronicles for the Wii? That's the thing. And the conspiracy is that they are well aware that people want it, but how many are they? Are they a lot? It's an only 1, 2, 3. Again, the assumption of it's a minority, which there is no proof. Adam Sessler even admit this in one of his soapbox, or Sessler something. That's the show that there is no proof, but the belief is strong and the belief is there. That's all. No proof, but the belief is there. So that's what the Chris Pranger conspiracy is. That we hear you, but is it really there? Like, is it really 100% there? You tell me. So again, it's kind of suck. That's why to some extent they don't do a paid English dub. Okay, the exception with NIS America with ES8 again. I'm not going back here because it's really respectable what they did. It was probably redemption. They felt bad that, okay, we screwed up. We want to bring this game. We want to make money, but we didn't put our heart in it. There you go. So that's why they cut the losses. Hopefully they learn from this to never half-ass your localization, or this is what's going to happen. Alright, so there you go. That's why a lot of time having a paid English dub is more than $30. It's a slim. Okay, the one that annoys me to no end is people who prefer Japanese sub shoving it to the English dub preference in their throat. Here's my personal opinion. If you like English dub, or okay, that's me. I prefer English dub. What I meant was, if you prefer Japanese sub, more power to you. More power to you. That's good. For me personally, I never talk shit about someone about English dub. I just said, hey, good job. Okay, if you like it, that good for you. I just give pointers of why games should have English dub. That's all I'm just saying. Like, why do I prefer it? But it annoys me to no end that they're like people even said, like, they were even saying, wow, you're kind of weird, or even to something, you're stupid for liking English dub. Can't you tell it's so bad it is? Who the hell cares? If they can stand it and they don't have no problem with it, why is it to you? So that's the question. Why is it to you? And another theory, and I know I hate it, but there is a cause and effect for both sides, and that is money. That is sell. Okay, I said it before, I'm going to say it again. It's damn if you do, damn if you don't. Okay, a company don't put English dub, no buy, poor sale. Okay, they put the English dub, costs a lot of money. Oh, you sold a lot. Guess what? Oh, look, we didn't make a lot. So to some extent, from the perspective of the company, whatever they do, they're not going to make a lot, and they just believe the weaker, what's the word? I can't remember. The weaker of two evil, the lesser of two evil. That's what it meant. The lesser of two evil. They'll just say sub because at least, you still have more people, and we get to cut back. We get it, you want it, but again, it's up to the company. And yes, there've been situations where the company said, well, people are not going to buy this game because we can't put dub, but we can't put dub because we can't afford it. Therefore, we're just not going to release the game. Again, Don't blame the community. Don't blame the company for it, for not taking the risk. That's on them. It's not the community. It's the company. Because it's all about money. We get it. We need to make money, but have a heart. Put a heart in it. Be logical. Nope. Its objective is gotta make money. Gotta make money. Money, money, money. Understandable? I don't agree with it. So that's the reason why sometimes there's this argument, because it does affect one. One guy I remember on GameFAQs, I'm not gonna mention his name, but perhaps the guy basically said, and I agree with him. The way I see it is that companies holding a game hostage. Oh well, we're not gonna release this game unless it's on our preference. Like we won't put dub in it. Yeah, like piss off company. But some people are trying to defend it by saying, no, they won't, because look what happened to Capcom Basara. Yes, we get it, I get it. Capcom Basara wasn't really supportive in the West. Had a poor sale twice, 2 games, and they couldn't really release it because, and again, Capcom's policy rule is they want to put dub. They can't, if the game doesn't sell and you're putting dub and you're not making money, and a potential it can go negative, then yeah, what's the point? That's the reason why. Because a game can be potential not be released in the West, and that's what some people said. Well, let's bring it out. I get that, I hear that, and it's getting too old. But the bottom line is, if that's what you think, more power to you. But that's not the fact. It's subjective. It's basically, I'll take it or leave it. You know, why can't we have more? And I sound sort of entitled. I do apologize for that, but as a consumer, to some extent you are entitled because you're using your hard-earned money to your preference, and the company's not doing it. So, yeah, kind of sucky there. So yeah, there's a lot of tidbit about it. Why can't they do dual language? Because the PS2 era, they won't fit. In the PS3 era, mostly it's justification because you already spent so much money on the dub. They really want you to basically say, well, we use this money, so yeah, we want to use it. Paid English dub, like I said, the Chris Pine conspiracy. Do you really want it? And why is it that people shoving your throat about it, about English sub? Because push comes to shove, it does affect the sub preferred people. The game might not come out. There. Yeah, so that's basically entirely, I know it's 1 hour I did this. I knew it's going to be a lot, like it's all about the company, cool company who does dub and who doesn't, and a lot of tidbit of why. Yeah, so if you did listen to the entire 60 minutes of this, more power to you. This is probably going to be just a meant for listening to, not really watching, because it's really 60 minutes of me rambling. So yeah, word otherwise, don't do what I do. But with that, thanks for listening.